The message arrived just before midnight. Sam Hewen sat alone by the window in his quiet New York apartment, the pale yellow light from the desk lamp illuminating his slightly trembling hands. A steady stream of toxic comments, years of accusations, insults, and fabrications came like thin, cold knives. He was used to being the center of attention, used to the judgment. But tonight, as he read the more vicious lines than usual, he felt strangely weary. 11 years since Outlander debuted. 11 years of public love and acclaim, but just as long as he had been the target of anonymous trolls. What hurt him most wasn't the insults, but their persistence, as if there were people living to smear him. Sam put the phone down on the table and closed his eyes. The images of thousands of fans at events, the cheers, the hugs, the thank you letters all faded into the background, giving way to a few people who never showed their faces, but left him so drained he could hardly breathe. It was an injustice he had never truly spoken about. But tonight, it had reached its limit. The next morning, his management office received an alarming call from his close assistant. "Sam wants to post something serious," she said, her voice anxious. Martin, his longtime manager, rushed to the actor's apartment. When he entered, Sam was standing in front of the window, his back straight, but every line of his body tense. In his eyes, Martin saw a determination he had not seen in years. "I want to say it all," Sam said, his voice low and quiet. 11 years, and they're still going. I think I'm strong, but I have my limits. Martin looked at him for a long time. He knew Sam was not easily swayed by pressure. But he also knew that the man standing before him was not the invincible actor on screen, but a man being eroded by the invisible cruelty of social media. "Are you sure?" Martin asked softly. "Sure." Sam turned back, his eyes determined. "If I don't speak, they'll think I'm silent because I'm afraid. But silence only hurts me more." Martin nodded, as a silent sign of agreement. The post appeared on Sam's official account that afternoon. No embellishment, no PR, no lead. Just some chillingly honest words. "I am sad, hurt, and need to speak up. For the past 11 years, I have been the target of online bullying, from malicious rumors, insults, and fabricated plots to defame me. I have tried to stay silent. But today, I need to speak the truth." The online community was shocked. Outlander fans immediately rose up, sharing the post thousands of times within hours. Supportive hashtags spread like wildfire. Major film forums began reposting, analyzing every line Sam wrote. Many other artists also spoke up to stand by him. But behind that light, Sam felt a great void in his heart. What he feared was not the community's reaction, but that the people behind the screen, the people who had caused him pain for more than a decade, would not stop just because he spoke his mind. And sure enough, that night, the anonymous accounts appeared again. Some laughed. Some were sarcastic. Some were even more malicious, calling him weak, pretentious, or attention-seeking. Sam read them all. Each word, each letter felt like it was being hammered into his heart. He put down the phone and stepped out onto the balcony to breathe. The city lights twinkled in the distance, beautiful but unfamiliar. The cold wind blew through his hair, making him shiver. Am I doing the right thing? He wondered. Then the doorbell rang. Standing outside the door was Katrina Balfe, his best friend, his colleague, the one who had been with him through the glory and hardships of Outlander. She didn't say a word, just walked over and hugged him tightly. Sam stood still for a few seconds before wrapping his arms around her. His eyes were filled with unspoken gratitude. "I read your article," Katrina said, her voice soft but firm. "You did what you needed to do a long time ago." Sam sighed, his exhaustion evident. "I don't know if this will change anything." "Not change them," she replied. "It's freeing you." The words made Sam pause. For 11 years, he had tried to be so strong that he had forgotten he was human. Maybe, as Katrina said, speaking up wasn't about fighting the darkness, but about returning the light to himself. The two of them sat down on the sofa, just like they had on those evenings when they were filming. Katrina tilted her head to look at him. "You know what worries me the most? It's not those people. It's that you keep pretending to be okay when you're not. Sam pursed his lips. He had thought that enduring was part of the job, that if he reacted, people would call him weak. But the silence, he realized, only allowed the pain to grow, unseen. Just him, facing it alone. The next morning, when Sam opened his eyes, he was surprised to find his phone vibrating constantly. When he turned it on, he froze. Hundreds of thousands of supportive comments. Many major artists directly messaged, saying they had experienced the same thing. Many journalists wrote articles defending him, calling for kindness online. An anti-bullying organization even offered to work with him on an awareness campaign. Sam sat there, stunned by the heartfelt messages. One of them came from an account he least expected, a fan who had followed him since the early days, writing that Outlander had helped her overcome her depression and that it broke her heart to know he had suffered alone for so long. Sam read each sentence, feeling something warm spread through his chest. He wasn't fighting alone. And it wasn't all evil. That afternoon, Sam decided to livestream. Not to refute anyone, not to stir up more controversy. He just wanted to make one thing clear. He was still here, still strong, but needed to be understood like everyone else. During the livestream, he sat in his simple office, his face tired but calm. "I know that my speaking out might surprise a lot of people," he said. "But sometimes silence is no longer an option. I don't want anyone, not just actors, but anyone out there, to have to go through that kind of silent, relentless bullying." Many left supportive comments. Many cried. Some fans said they were prouder than ever. Katrina also appeared in the comment section writing, "I'm always here for you, my best friend." Sam smiled softly when he saw the words. It was a moment he felt healed. That night, before going to bed, Sam opened the window, letting in a cool breeze. The city was still as noisy and bustling as ever. But in his heart, a new peace had just formed. He knew the journey ahead was long. The bad guys wouldn't disappear after just one post. But he also knew that from now on, he would no longer hide his pain, no longer suffer alone. He spoke up. And that was the first step to liberation. Sam whispered to himself, "I did the right thing." In the gentle sound of the wind outside the window, he felt like he had just stepped through a new door, where courage was not in grand roles, but in daring to speak out about his own real pain. And for the first time in a long time, he smiled peacefully.